Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Factory in the Sky 4 on the FTOG server that just launched. New series, new server on a very special pack because this is Factory in the Sky 4 by Muggle or Wizard, who made my original series, Ozone Skyblock Reborn. And now we're back on a Muggle or Wizard pack. And what's more, this is basically a brand new pack. We're talking 4-digit download numbers as I record this. So head over to CurseForge, install the pack, come play on the server, play single player, go support our friend Muggle or Wizard, and yeah, have a great time. Now, before I get into what I've done so far and where the base is at and stuff, I wanted to give a public service announcement. If you type /Skyblock GUI, it will open this, which is the Skyblock Teams system in here. You can see there's 2 teams currently on the server because no one else has been playing on the server since it hasn't been public, really. I'm in the Fractory, because Factory, you get the pun. That's Grok up there. He's also going to do a series. I think his video launched at the same time, so as soon as you're done this, go watch that. If you click on this, it'll show you details for your team. You can, let's see, look, show spawns, it'll show it right there. That's the spawn for our team right now. You can click remove, which will show you all the spawns you have currently, and you can add one. Members, currently it's just me, but you can like invite and kick and add people. You can invite one. This affects visits and join requests. This leave team button. Do not, under any circumstances, click this, because there is some background claims enforcement going on, and if you click this, you will get teleported back to the spawn island, and you will not have access to your base, and you won't be able to get back on your team because there's no one there. Even if join requests are added, no one's there to accept it. You won't be able to get back to your team without an admin manually adding you back. So do not click this under any circumstances. And one more thing about that, if you use the Skyblock create, it will make a team and automatically teleport you to an island, but it'll have a random name and you might not want that. So team rename is what you want, and then you can type in the name. Don't try and leave your team to try and like recreate it in your base. I may have done that, and that's how I learned all of this. So I think there's a warning at spawn now. Don't ever click that leave team button. But now that that's all out of the way, we can get into the pack. So the quests in this are a lot less progression related than the other stuff. It's kind of just, here's some cool stuff you can do. Except for this quest line. This is basic Skyblock. You've got your hammers, your sieves. We're using X Diorum here. We have the cobble generators. It's fairly standard Skyblock. So let me show you around the base. We have our spawn here with our dirt for trees. I have a bed. I got this from a random reward. That's actually a cool thing. All of these quests have the same reward pool, it looks like. So it's all these random rewards. I've gotten a lot of cool stuff. I'll show you that in a minute. We have our furnace wall here. Primitive alloy smelter. We'll get to that in a minute. We have a compressed sieve to make compressing things faster. We have a composter for making bone meal. We have a framing saw for making framed blocks. You'll get to those in a minute. Your classic crafting table, and your Skyblock mod stone barrel full of water because it was raining earlier. On this side, we have an anvil, a diamond chest full of these things, which I'm getting from the sieving and the sifting. And this is one example of how it's great that we're now back in a Skyblock pack, because through all the series I've done since then, I've learned things. For example, like the FTB Evolution series that just wrapped up, I learned about sophisticated storage and the diamond upgrades, and now, instead of having that massive drawer wall we had in the first series, now we just have this, and it fits all the stuff up to 16,384 in a stack. I also made this compacting upgrade to, if I get the pebbles, to just automatically compact them into their stone form. This is working much better than running around that drawer wall. Chests, let me see. What do we got? We got a bunch of ender nuggets and an antimatter pellet. See, this is the kind of thing that comes from that random reward bag. And we have like a muffling upgrade. For food, I've just been eating these roots currants, which drop from trees and are basically infinite. A little too much. We got some nuggets for various things. Crystalline, tertium. I got a vegetable noodles. I got a turtle seed. Apparently there's animal seeds in this game that grow into animals or something. I'm not entirely sure. What do we have in our accessories? I thought I put something in here. Accessories screen. There it is. We have a power glove that does more damage. We have more movement speed after taking damage, and I thought I had one more thing, but I guess not. Yeah, hostile neural networks is in here. We have cosmetic armor. We have the ether mod. Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff in here. And I've also made this mason table for making this cool chipped cobblestone, because I wanted something more than just the normal cobblestone, and I think this looks pretty good. We have the wooden hopper leading into the oak crucible, which will melt leaves into water. And then we have this wooden hopper leading into here, which I have cooking lava up for us. And then we have the stone block generator, which makes cobblestone. Ta-da! I have that going up into a drawer, or a limited oak barrel, which I do need to make bigger. And then water on that side, lava on that side, which in retrospect I probably should have done the other way around for symmetry, but you know. And then we have these framed blocks because you want to make them look good, right? And then in our inventory we got here the compressed diamond hammer for breaking compressed blocks, and the diamond construction stick. Now, you also may have noticed in my inventory this platinum ore hammer. That is from the All the Ores mod, which I don't know what that does. Ore hammer. There are 5 of them. 4 of them do not have recipes. The platinum hammer does have a recipe. It's steel rods, and steel you can make in that primitive alloy smelter I showed you, which isn't hard to make because grains of infinity come from sifting compressed dust. And the platinum comes from the... come on. Platinum nuggets comes from platinum. Raw platinum comes from platinum ore, which you make for platinum ore chunks, which you can get by sieving compressed deep slate. And let me sleep real quick. Nope. And the deep slate comes from sieving compressed gravel. Now, the great thing about this ore hammer... Okay, going to sleep because that's annoying. Yep. The platinum ore hammer will double your ores. So we got this 1 iron ore made from these iron ore chunks. This would normally smelt into 1 ingot. This turns into 2, which we can smelt into 2 iron ingots. I'm not going to do it right now, though, because we're busy. But yeah, this thing has a very limited durability, and it's very expensive and time-consuming, but it is absolutely worth it in the game. Now, I want to show you something real quick. We're going to take 1 compressible stack of this. Oh, no, never mind. Not that. That can go away. The deep slate is what I want, because you get the deep slate pebbles from compressed gravel. But if you take the cobbled deep slate, and you then, let's say, compress it, and we can place it like this, you can then use Ultimine and crush the deep slate. And if you do this, you can sift it, and it will give you deep slate pebbles. And the great thing about that is you can then combine those deep slate pebbles into more deep slate and crush it and do that. I found it's about a 50% return, so it's very efficient to use deep slate as your sifting material of choice. And then I can just all that in there. Why? Oh, tough pebbles, basalt pebbles, and calcite pebbles. I didn't know those were a thing, so we're gonna compress the calcite pebbles, and the tough is gonna go there. We're gonna compress the basalt pebbles, which will go there, and the calcite pebbles will go there. In all my crafting of the basalt earlier, or all my sifting of the crushed deep slate, that's what I meant to say. Before, I never got these three, so I didn't know about them. But they're in there now. So we can crush the pebbles, throw it all in there. Yeah, so efficiency. Crushed deep slate is what you want for that. So, looking at our ore stores here, the next step is probably these mechanical hammers and upgraded hammers. Like, I've never dealt with Ex Machinist before, but there's an RF-powered upgradable hammer and upgradable sieve, so we'll probably want to look at those. And then netherite is a ways down the line. But looking at the rest of these, this is a very free-form pack, it looks like. So these are kind of just, they show you what's in the pack as opposed to giving you a path through the pack, which honestly is the best way to do this. So there's power, we have some advanced tech mods, we got mechanism, we got industrial foregoing, we got hostile neural networks, immersive engineering, and actually additions. So that's all stuff we've covered in previous series, so I probably won't spend too much time, but I am going to make them, of course. I'm not familiar with this, the Theurgy mod. I'm not familiar with the Theurgy mod, so we'll have some fun with that. And then this, I believe, is the Roots mod. And then there's a bunch of random stuff. We're going to use Flux Networks for our power, because it is inherently wireless, and we'll see how that goes. Ingots. Oh, we can make crafting tables on sticks, so we'll want to do that pretty quick. But one of the reasons we want to use Flux Networks because it's wireless is because of the philosophy I'm going to have for this series. So I was thinking, how do I make this different from Ozone Skyblock? How do I make this different from everybody else's Skyblock series? And the thing that came to mind immediately was everyone always, when you're playing a Skyblock, the tendency is to spread out, right? Like, Grok loves his floating islands. Ozone Skyblock Reborn, I had those big pathways and huge buildings and all of that stuff. So I figured, hey, why not for this series, let's go the other way. So that's going to be the philosophy for this series, is compactness. We are going to try and not waste a single block of space. We are going to, at the end of this, hopefully have a large block from the outside, and inside will be a series of tunnels and hallways and elevator shafts, and we're going to have a very compressed and compact base. And we'll see how that goes. I think it's going to be a fun challenge to not only decorate it, but also just to use the space we have instead of just bridging off into the void and having another building. We gotta use the space that we make ourselves by building stuff. Next, on the list will probably be a mob farm. So I'm gonna build a hallway, we're gonna move it out, and we're gonna build a mob farm right close. We're not gonna extend it out, and also, with that, it's not gonna be like Ozone Skyblock Reborn, where we just have that big mob farm sitting in the sky, just, like, towering above the rest of the base. It's gonna be integrated into the base. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool as a challenge for this series. And of course, the second part of that challenge is gonna be trying to make things look good. I don't want to just get to the end and wind up with a bunch of boxes made of this cobblestone material. I want to have the interiors decorated and look nice. From the outside, it's probably just going to look like a big box, but from the inside, it's going to be aesthetically pleasing. It's one of my weaker areas when it comes to Minecraft, and I want to get better at it, so this series we're going to try and aestheticize a little better. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode, the first episode of Factory in the Sky. Again, go check it out on CurseForge, install it, come play on the server, join the FTOG Discord, link in the description, of course. And before we go, I just wanted to finish the frequently asked questions reward, because it's a free reward. So if you click this, oh, gotta get rid of those again. And then if we click this, what do we get? Oh, vegetable noodles. Fantastic, let's eat that. Boom. Oh, interesting, we have Spice of Life carrot. So, oh, this is the version where the more types of food you eat, I think, the more hearts you get. So we'll want to do some cooking. Although we don't have cooking for blockheads in this mod pack, so we'll have to do it by hand. But that's fine, we can do that. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're excited for this series. I am. It's gonna be great, I think. And go check out Grok's video. He has also released a video on this pack. And yeah, go support the mod pack. I hope to see you in future episodes. But until then, later. Oh, and I totally forgot. Real quick before you go. Guess what else is in this pack as a mod? We step back here. Look at this. It's the Forgiving Void mod. So we can't fall into the void. I do need to move over, though. Boom. Cool, right? We just keep rotating repeatedly. Anyway, later.